Hello everyone, welcome back to 56 Scratch, and this is a slightly unusual because it's not a game. It is in fact a interactable visual novel kind of thing called the Bunny Hill Horror. I don't know how much of this I'm going to play. I did a little test run, just a minute or so, to check it all worked. I think it does, so we're good. I was, advised, let's say, to have a look at this game by the creators, the excellently named Crunchy Fried Games, KFG. So, they did warn me, however, that it's a little bit NSFW, so if anything like that crops up, I will censor it in a way that future me deems acceptable. New game. Black screen, black screen, black screen. Come on, we're waiting. Here we are. Welcome to the Bunny Hill Horror. It's an adventure-choosing graphic novel game. You advance by choosing the options below the text. So it's much like, those old books you used to have, like Goosebumps, the Choose Your Own Adventure Goosebumps. Your meagre adventure is displayed by the icons, which are here. Once you've had a good check, ring the bell, let the bus driver know you're done, so you've arrived at your stop and it's time to get off. Tickets. Mercia Co buses, you'll get buzzes from our buses, a week saver for either £10 or $19.99, not quite sure which. If it's £10, that's a good deal, but it is again North Staffordshire, so do you really want to go there? Your letter, basically telling you that from your friendly local employment office, they've put themselves considerably to get this interview and don't mess it up, or you're screwed. Doesn't tell you what the work is, the salary just gives you the date, the contacts of Oswald Mandias, and a vague job description of research assistant. Your phone, the Mercia Co mobile phone. You can add cartoon doggies to your selfies. World's your oyster it would be if you had any credit. Yep, no credit. Claire Bear, good luck with the oh, good lord. I hate it when people text like that. Dave, some weird rich guy's quizmaster practice. Hurry up and fail your interview. That's the right attitude to take, Dave. This is an important, step for me. I'm getting a job again. I can do without your negativity, Dave. You step off the bus with the same feeling of gloom and inevitable defeat that you always experience in these situations. What, have I applied to be a research assistant before then? Thanks you say to your driver, who registers your cheap suit, trunk, grunts and drive off. With the three elderly ladies, you attempt to whistle a cheery tune, but this gets drowned out by the wind. Yours no doubt you're in the right location, there can't be too many castles in these parts. You cross a small wooden bridge over the stream that runs along the base of the hill, and you sigh as you gaze up at the monstrosity. To get it over with. You look up to take some strength from the cosmos, and the cosmos responds with the first drops of rain. Oh, charming. Let's go north up the hill. There's no path, and your best, smartest shoes prove to be hazardous companions on the muddy quest. You just about keep your balance for the umpteenth slip. That's a great word, umpteenth. And you notice the town suburbs. Flickers a spark of joy within you. Less welcoming is the sight of a man standing on the bridge, dressed in black, and doesn't look as any plans to move. Metal fence to your... Metal fence to your east doesn't look welcoming either. Can we go down the hill? There we are. Man in a leather jacket, lounging by what you quickly realise to be your only exit. Off-key tune. He'll stay there all day. Let's approach him. Nods to you. Nice day for it. Let's talk to him. Alright, says the man. My name's Robert. Call me Big Bad Bob. Bit of a joke, but laughter makes the world go round. That's what I say. I'm the head of security. He knows who I am. There's an interview. Scootle up the hill. Wouldn't do to keep Ozzy waiting. Okay. Okay, let's go. If we go that way. Oh. Traffic. Woodlands. Can we climb over the fence? Ah, no. It's electric. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, no. North up the hill. East around hill. Sorry, I got turned around. north up the hill. Okay, reach the top, panting and mudding, a real sense of achievement as Bunny Hill Castle looms above you. You think you see a figure through the open arched doorway. Let's enter the castle. You enter the antechamber to be greeted by a besuited woman, red suit, quite unorthodox, sat behind a desk. You've had better greetings, you consider, as she looks you up and down for an uncomfortably long time. Service entrance is round the side, she hisses before returning to her paperwork. Two things strike you as odd. One is how secure the room is. The only way beyond the woman is cut off by a hefty looking bolted door. The second curiosity is a gold nameplate which reads Daisy Fluffington. How's it going, Daisy? That's Miss to you? How's it going, Miss Fluffington? Just Miss. Christ. Daisy shuts her eyes and takes several deep breaths. Remember, I'm the one who decides whether you get this job or whether your dole scrounging money gets cut off, and I really hope you do get it. What is this place? By this place you of course mean Bunny Hill Castle, do you not? She waits for you to answer and interrupts you as soon as you open your mouth. It's a beacon of hope to us all, a lighthouse in this sordid and corrupt country. It may be new, but soon will become the past and future combined. Daisy's declamation ends with her arms outstretched for several seconds, as if waiting for a round of applause. You cough politely and think of something else to do. Who's Oswald Mandias? Mandias, even. Mr. Mandias is a great man. He's the bedrock of the community, a man of the people, and a true visionary. You should consider it an immense privilege to be working for him, even if it is in an extremely lowly role. Can I can't leave, so... Oh, yeah, invitation. I see. Taking your letter and checking it against a sheet of paper you've sure she's chosen at random. You're the general calibre of applicants the employment ministry seems to be shoveling on us these days. If you'd like to surrender your mobile, tablet, cloud, or whatever idiot machines your guys carry these days, we shall proceed. There's a bin, you can follow me inside. Why surrender my phone? Is there an echo in here, or are you perhaps not quite capable of understanding basic instructions? Because even our pet dogs can manage that. Will I get it back? For what purpose? To watch amusing cat videos? To play the latest Sonic Brothers game? No doubt because it helps with all your intellectual pursuits, perhaps. Hey, I will look up the latest papers on Google Scholar on my phone, thank you very much. Will all the education you so clearly lack you will receive from Mr. Mandias. Alright, let's throw away the phone. Very good, we shall begin. Daisy opens a door and waves numerous sheets of paper in the air. Application form, government approved form, complies with Interior Ministry guidelines, gender equality, data protection, the Declaration of Helsinki, and probably the Warsaw Pact. What gender do you identify as? Are you male, female, transgender, non-binary, or do you simply not wish to disclose such sensitive information? She rips up the sheet and makes a show of examining another. Disabilities. Are you dyslexic, dyspraxic? Did your daddy never love you? Are you colourblind, gluten intolerant, or just a complete dunce who couldn't find your arse with both hands? If so, we get brownie points for giving you the job you don't deserve. Isn't that nice and progressive? Let's keep it simple instead, shall we? She crunches all but one sheet of paper and lays this in front of you. What is your name? Pat McGroin, or write your name. Let's just write our own name. Also, Daisy is a stone cold bitch who I would be more than happy to put through the hell of HR if there was a HR department in this, section in this castle, which I highly doubt it. This is not legal in any kind of words, and honestly, she's a horrible, horrible person. A stone cold bitch, I would even say. I believe I had a manager quite like her once. Oh well. Who knows. Anyway, let's write our name, I guess. Excellent. If that task hasn't exhausted you too much, fuck you, Daisy. We'll move on to... She stops and notices a figure. Oh, that's not sinister at all. The new applicant, sire. Daisy's tone instantly loses its razor edge and takes on a breathy tone. Another of the Employment Ministry referrals. Excellent. The new arrival. The new arrival's voice is deep and silken, gleam in his eye, and lays a hand on your shoulder. It's always a pleasure to welcome your arrivals into our happy team. You look like a good, trustworthy local sort. We must show you the ropes. Miss Fluffington, would you lock up, please? Of course, sire. Okay, so not only is Daisy a bitch, she is so wet for Oswald Mandias you could probably drown a toddler in her pants. You're led through a round torchlit corridor and into a stately parlour. Smells of sawdust and paint. Unopened boxes give the sense of a new space waiting to be filled. Tastes are old-fashioned. The man begins. The old and the new. Both have much to learn from each other, do they not? My company has come a long way through advances in communication, database management, and pharmaceuticals. But what does it all mean if the values of the past are forgotten? Chivalry, class, breeding, these cannot be lost. I was bred for success, but I still find time to host my quizzes at the local tavern. Fraternizing with the serfs is what keeps a true leader down to earth. On the wall hangs a painting, and the newspaper lies on the table by the gentleman. Okay, so he's a stuck-up prick. I think I met a few people like him at Oxford. Let's examine the painting. You wander up to the painting to get a closer look. I do beg your pardon, said Ozymandias. Do you believe you are a guest in my castle, free to peruse my valuable artworks and trinkets? Your understanding is erroneous. Now go and attend to your duties. Alright, let's ask what he wants us to do. For now, your job will be very simple. The household will be attending the local tavern, where I will be hosting the quiz and making an important announcement. Your first task will be to keep an eye on the castle till we return. Maybe sort out the library or help Len feed our pets. Yes, that should do. Never mention a night shift. It's meant to be going to the pub quiz too. Well, I can quickly solve your problem. It's invitation only, so you would not be allowed in. However, you do have an invitation from the Ministry of Employment to do what I tell you to. Well, he's also a prick, isn't he? Let's ask for our phone. Can I have my phone back? You did not purchase the phone outright, but hired it on a rolling lease. It's a Mercia core phone, and I am the king of Mercia. Honestly, you can rely on the young not to bother reading the terms and conditions. This is why you never rent anything. This is why you buy it outright. Because then it's yours and you don't have to bother with all the tricksy little terms and conditions and hidden sub-clauses and other skullduggery that occurs with this sort of shit. Right, let's leave the room. The corridor circles around the ground floor. Some of the floors don't look quite ready yet. Ones do have gold plates on the wooden doors. Spiral staircase up to the first floor. Descent blocked until the builders could, finish the job. Painting adds some colours. What was that? Don't know. Let's examine the painting. Or do we enter the library? Let's look at the painting. Head of Angels by Joshua Reynolds, 1786. Library. Work in progress. Bookshelf with a single slim leather volume. There's more than that on that. On the floor there's 3 cardboard boxes, one of which is open. A painting, fronted frame with newspaper clippings. Let's look at the painting. Hylass in the Nymphs by J.W. Waterhouse. Let's look at the boxes. Mandias, thank you for your purchase of Insta Library, red leather bound books, all coated with wispy grey dust effect for that genuine appearance of classy expertise. No lawyer's study, private medical practice, or upmarket gentleman's club is complete without it. Now contains multi-size filled volumes of Lorem Ipsum filler text for those hard to fill gaps. Well, Lorem Ipsum is basically typewriter's mumbo jumbo text. It's nonsensical Latin used as a filler, as it were. So this man is not what he cracks himself up to be. He's trying to pull off this air of, old money, old blood, pure breeding, but he doesn't have the authentic books. He doesn't have the furnishing. He's trying to coat it up with a facade. So let's look at the newspaper cuttings. Peruse some of the newspaper clippings. Much anticipated Bunny Hill Castle opened as a new hub of high-tech industry, culture and leadership. Commanding views of North Staffordshire, celebrated entrepreneur, philanthropist Oswald Mandias. What has he actually done that's good? I don't know. No longer will our fair region languish in the shadows, but will be a beacon shining brightly on the stage. Proceedings could a sour turn as some virtue signalling protesters tried to interrupt, but security personnel and their dogs were on hand. Okay, so they just killed them, I guess. Tickets to next week's celebratory pub quiz, which is tonight, I think. Usually only available to friends of Mr. Mandias, and job section. What's the other article? Oswald Mandias scored a resounding victory yesterday in Parliament when his bill to relax good clinical practice guidelines was passed by 5 votes. Oh dear. Great day for healthcare. For too long, well-meaning companies such as like Mercia Co have had our hands tied by red tape and antiquated regulation. Would you not want the drug companies to do everything in their power to save your life? You couldn't make it up. The updated guidelines now allowed for implied consent onto clinical trials, healthcare practitioners to have general rather than specific training, and the like. Okay, that is not good at all. Implied consent. That just means press gang crews for medical experiments. And no one knows what the shit they're doing due to general training. Okay. Let's look at the bookshelf. Clayton Sewage Committee meetings 1968 to 69. First choice for any self-respecting library, you think, to read up on sewage. And, of course, it is the ever so present, whatchamacallit, secret passage. Good lord, took me a while to find that word. Danking claustrophobia inducing section, the crypt, lots of coffins, library barking and banging on the southern door, hazardous spiral stairway leads downwards. Library, door to the south, examine the coffins. Don't know the code. Okay, let's ascend those stairs. Door to the south. How on earth do you get a gate to be more creaky? Guy's a mentalist, pure and simple. You don't think the workman does so much as glance in your direction, but the remark of his addressed to you. How do you get it to be more creaky? I don't know. Sandpaper, maybe? Make it rust? That could work. Oh, he's actually answered that for me. Drench the joints in boiling water, dropped grit down there, sandpaper. Have to take the sodding thing apart again. Oh, I know. If you want to get it to rust, heat it up a lot. Heat it up, and then let it cool for a long time in cold water. Because that should oxidize it enough and then make it crack, which will get the oxygen in the water, obviously, to set in deeper to the metal, getting you a deeper layer of rust, which should make it creak more. He asking for more spiderwebs in the crypt. Sorry, I got distracted. Immaculately cut garden, lit in with heavy equipment and gravestones on freshly dug earth. Huge K-mines lie dormant. They don't sound dormant. What do you... My name's Len, happy worker trying to create a new cemetery because because Oswald Mandias really likes heritage, and this cemetery wasn't here, so he's building one. Doesn't want to know where the bodies came from. I think I know where the bodies came from. I think they came from the protest. What are the dogs? Dire wolves. Okay, so basically Oswald's been fucking around with genetic splicing and has been trying to recreate the mammoth experiments only with some form of fictional extinct canine. Oh god. You're the research assistant. 3 others started last week. I hear them going up and down the steps of the crypt for a few days. Didn't hear them again. If I were you, I'd leave and never look back. You didn't hear that from me. Wish I could help. Can't. If you feel like investigating, let me know what you find. Okay, so we can't leave per se. That's quite annoying. Well, I imagine we'll be stopped by big Big Bad Bob. I don't think... Yeah, no, Fang and Cerberus. Oh, he's called his dog Spot. What does that note say? Make fence door creakier, feed the monstrosities. I guess that's the dire wolves. Arrange the books, lock up the rooms, and prepare for drug distribution. Fantastic. Let's not open the shed door because I get the feeling we'll be torn to shreds. Let's go back to the crypt. Can't do anything here. Go to the library. Enter the passage. No, sorry. We went passage, so return to castle corridor. Parlour? Oh, he's still here. Let's leave the room. Okay, Daisy Fluffington, something Mandias and something else Mandias. Let's go into Daisy's room. Some trepidation. There's a cloying smell of sickly sweet perfume. Oh god, she likes dolls as well. Oh, that's even weirder. What are the pill bottles? One bottle that might become useful is labelled Dreamy Sleepy Nighty Snoozy Snooze.
Dreamy Sleepy Nighty Snoozy Snooze. Yes, it's a brand-based alcoholic chocolate sleeping aid. It's banned in most European countries, so that means it's very good.
Let's take the potion. Oh, what in the name of Christ are you doing? Oh, she looks charming. I got lost and get out. I'll stay here for the present to make sure you do not violate my area again. Okay. What's the painting? The Blessed Gulliard de Tullius Tormented by Demons by Ambrose Flodau from 1790. Can't go in Daisy's room, that room. Just a semi-naked woman. Okay, meditation. Very stressful in the modern world, that's what Daddy always said. Mark my words, they have machines to think for us, next they'll have machines to live for us. Silly really, although he has a point. Anyway, I'm Elf, thanks for stumbling in. I expect you're with the KKK. Yeah, no, I'm not. Confusing, the three other research assistants are called Kevin, Carrie, and Katie, so the KKK. Please tell me your name begins with a K. No, don't, that would spoil it. KKK isn't a thing. Come to think of it, it's been a long time since I've seen any of them. I suppose Daddy had some hard at work somewhere or other. Tell me about... Oh, Sissy Faye, don't know what happened to her. She was here one minute, sure she's around and she hasn't run off. And she was acting a bit secretive and maybe she's run off. She's not quite, all together, is she? Meditation. If you find her, could you take a photo and send it to me? Fluffy woman, take Daddy's DCT phone. He's going to host a pub quiz tonight, so he won't take it. He likes to pretend he doesn't have a phone himself. Hit me up on 122169 when you need to. Oswald, you cheating, lying bastard. Get me out of here. I can barely remember the code for the front door. I usually ask Daisy. Might you leave Bunny Hill for a couple hours if you help her out? Oh god, she's weird. Don't like her. What's this room? So I guess this is her sister, nicknamed Faye. It doesn't look like it's all... It's bedside table. Okay, so that's Faye. Book of Cryptic Crossword Puzzles. Largely completed. Look at the bed. More to the room than total sterility. You check the bed without much hope. The sheets are silky smooth. Counterpane is clean. Ah, something from the duvet. It's a folded sheet of paper with a written message. Dear sheet of A4 lined paper. I know it's not got the same ring to it, but she had to burn her diary. Fluffy ass lady has been poking and prodding around. Even that perv Bob hasn't been trying to get into my knickers lately. Close to discovering the truth, and I'm scared what might happen. Father keeps dignified silence, and whatever elf has just, gone into that drugged up stupor or whatever. Len is a friend, but he might fold. Okay, so let's not talk to show Len anything. Need to know what happens at the KKK and what lies in store for the next research assistant. Destroy the message. Remember, 04128. Okay, that seems pretty easy. So that, I imagine, will be the code for the coughing crypt. So that's 04128. Keep the improvised diary for future references. Why? You can just remember it. Destroy it. Leave no evidence. Eat the note. Fine. Library. Yeah, sorry. Boxes. Painting. Passage. Sorry. Examine the coffins. Ah, shit. 04128. So, 04128. There we go. Enter the button of confidence. Faint click. Brief mechanical word. Door unlocks. Enter the subterranean door. Oh, fantastic. We're now in a horror movie. Foul stench. Fluorescent light. Groaning noises. Consists of a computer turned on next to an untidy pile of papers, and metal doors which are cell A and cell B. Okay, let's use the computer.
Welcome to Merciaco, where the past comes alive.
Well, thank you very much. There's a few icons. There's a phone recording the database. Emails. What are the emails? Sent folder. Here we go. Sire, it is regrettable you wish to mothball the genetic alteration program when we had such success with the two canines whose DNA were almost identical to direwolves of old, but I must respect your decision. So that's Fang and Cerberus, I guess. We can focus on our pharmacological priorities. Study drugs A and B. We've made the substances that adhere to the brain's serotonin receptors, and serotonin, that is often considered to be a happiness drug. Often you have drugs which affect the receptors as antidepressants. Crude terms, mindless zombies or vicious unthinking killing machines. Okay, so they're affecting the absorption or the reaction of the brain to serotonin. I guess for zombies they're overloading it, so you're making a kind of hypersensitive response to serotonin and probably pumping up its production, so the recipient is permanently in a state of bliss and becomes mindless. And I guess by turning it down so much, they've turned them into a psychotic madman with no actual emotion or no empathy. Moving into the castle, fine-tune these experiments with minimal interference. I think I know what happened to the KKK and what would happen to me. So, need a mean for these substances to switch off, and an application in unwilling substance. They have been using intravenous injections, which are impractical. So they're probably working on, I would guess, some way to get it distributed into food and drink, maybe the pub night beer, or some kind of aerosol spray. That's my guess. Your humble servant, Dr. Kurova. Oh, that's a little bit topical name, let's say. Right, well, we seem to know what roughly is happening. We have a bottle of dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy snooze, banned in most European countries. I think when I picked this up, I put in the Father Ted reference. If I haven't, this is obviously a reference to a rather funny comedy show of old called Father Ted, and this is a reference to one of the episodes. That note from Faye, and Oswald's phone. Cool. With that, I'm going to say we're going to leave it here. If people enjoyed it, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. If this video does pretty well and people want me to play some more of this novel, I certainly will do. If people don't, then we'll just leave it here, but please do check it out if you're interested. I will put a link in the description. And with all that, see you next time.